degree to know how to pronounce shit, and you can't say my name right? Come on now.
Okay, we gotta hold up. They learned the English alphabet.
Recording in progress.
So
I don't know. 2 A's do make an R sound. Just saying.
where does that naturally occur in the English language aside from the word aardvark?
People don't really pay attention, though.
That's what I thought. All right, welcome to the podcast, everybody.
I'm already trying to start arguments.
You're already trying to lose them.
All right.
Microphone not working. Okay, we here.
So,
all right, y'all. What's up, y'all? I know we always talk about. Hey, my microphone.
it's a little irritating, but you know.
Whoa.
Motherfucker just trying to make us go viral and shit.
What?
My microphone, man.
Hey, your podcast, man. You tell us.
Why is it doing that? Why keep showing the default microphone? Yeah, okay. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. I don't want to start this over again. All right. Okay. All right. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's cracking lagging? What y'all doing?
What up?
What's good?
We're here. We're live. Full in effect. Happy hump day, Otaku Nurse. I saw you. I see you. Welcome to the stream. All right, y'all. Hopefully I don't have any issues with my mic. But, yeah, guys, I'm happy to see y'all, man, actually, you know.
Man, it's been a long time since all four of us been on an episode.
Yeah. I don't think the world's ready for all of us in one spot, man. To be honest.
They're probably not.
They're not ready. It's too much. Too much realness going on.
Are we streaming this on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm streaming it right now. Man, I mean, come on, man. I'm on top of it, man.
Yes, Markel. Everyone sees your leather jacket.
So, Donish, shut up. Dante, I just wanted to know so I can find it on my computer and keep up with the comments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. You mentioned it. My bad.
Y'all just came for me for no reason. You don't realize let me not get on y'all today. I'm not Red Pill no more. I'm nice now.
Are you? What's been going on with you, actually? Before we get into this, you know, Red Pill, man, I don't even know what to call you anymore, man.
My name?
Okay, we should say Markel. I don't know.
Call him Omega.
I don't know what to call you. I mean, you're going to, growth, evolve.
Make him go through
evolution.
a rant.
Yeah.
I already know what's going on with, everyone else, but I haven't seen you in a while, man. What's been going on? What's the scoop?
What's new with me? Yeah, nothing much, man. Just been literally nothing. Training. I've been trying to find a different program just because I'm getting kind of bored of the way I used to train at the gym. Fashion sense is always changing, kind of moving away from like super high-end sartorial, more like a little bit more classic, a little more vintage, a little bit less with certain accessories, a bit of a looser fit, kind of moving away from all that slim fit, tight fit stuff, and see where that goes.
I see you, man. Well, shoot, man.
I've really taken an interest in timepieces. I have an interview early next week for like a really high-end watch retailer. It's like, all right, sure.
Let's go. Get it, man. Get it. Proud of you, man. All right, cool. We'll get an episode. We're going to talk
Dante,
about...
how's your new job going?
Oh, man, what the fuck, man? You want to just go in there just
My
type
bad.
in when I'm just, I was about to go to the episode. Y'all,
I was asking you a simple question.
I'm sitting there about to go in.
Nah,
Like, all right,
the
guys, so
room,
listen up. He goes, hey, man, how's that job going, man? Like, this motherfucker, man.
Hey, man, everybody
Fuck
hate
my
me
flow.
tonight.
Nah, you fucked it up, man. I was about to go in there and just
You good?
give a little intro. God damn it.
That's
That's why I don't talk about you. I didn't ask how you were doing.
Yeah, don't nobody like me out here, man.
Light skinned mother. Nah, I'm just playing. You a shade above them. Don't act like you any different. You a shade above them motherfuckers. Okay, I'm just playing. So yeah, man. This episode we're kind of talking about, if you guys want to tune in, survival. It's cuffing season or cuddling season, whatever y'all call it, and how to survive the singleness, survival of the singleness. It's coming up, man. It's raining outside. Well, where we're at. But yeah, man. Is that a good way to go right now, or should we just follow everyone else and get booed up for the holidays? Like what?
Yeah.
What do you guys believe, man? What is your guys' impact? What was your guys' opinion on that, man? Would you guys think that's a better idea to do what everybody else doing, or be single for the rest of the whole time, do this cuddling season, covering season, a cleanse of not doing anything? Like what for the rest of the whole time, do this cuddling season, covering season, a cleanse of not doing anything? Like what is it? What do you guys? What is it looking like for you guys?
If you want to save money, then I'd say stay single.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, saving money is key, though, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
What about you, man? What's going on?
I mean, because cupcake season, that's a lot more staying in. Then you have Thanksgiving coming up. That's money. Christmas, that's a lot of money. Then, of course, if you're with someone, you got to have some kind of elaborate or some kind of special New Year's Eve planned. So that's going to take money as well. And, I mean, if you're a man about your shit, then you're going to be paying for most of it anyway. Let's just be real about that. So if you're not in tune to want to do that, then just stay single. Just do you.
But I would add this, though. If I think this is going to sound rough. So I think you should probably most likely stay single through this season. Only because I think a lot of guys right now, especially like our demographic who are listening to this podcast, like a lot of people look at like the winter months as like grind time. Like in the summer months, you're like kind of showing off and you're kind of making it look good. Winter months, usually about October, people are getting second jobs, like building up their side hustles, they get extra money for the holidays, or fall semester just started, and I really feel like end of the year is like that grind time because of the weather, it's forcing you indoors, or you have to be very intentional what you do. You can't just go sit and just stick around outside all day. So I think for a lot of guys, if you're not still messing with a shorty you picked up in the beginning of summer into spring, don't pick one up now. Like you kind of actually want to pick up a shorty when it's not popular to pick up a shorty, because then you know she's not being affected by trends. She's really messing with you. And vice versa, right? You don't want to pick up a dude like in the season where he's maybe being influenced by what he's seeing around him. You want to pick one up when it's like not popular. I feel like you can be more. If you're contrarian with it, you can be more sure about your partner.
So it's like a catch-22 actually. So that's like, because like the girls are looking around this time, but the dudes are usually grinding. So, and you know they really love a dude that's not paying attention to them. So that draws them in more. So it's like it's a catch-22, man. But yeah, I agree.
So, because you guys know, I don't know if I say this, but I've been dating somebody, and we're exclusive, but it's not like super serious, right? We just kick it, enjoy our time together. We don't really see anybody else. And lately, I've been kind of feeling like I'm not busy enough, and I'm in this weird spot where I'm feeling very inspired to start doing a lot of other things, spending a lot more time in the gym, picking up some side hustles. You guys know this. I've recently been getting really interested in timepieces, and so I've been looking at different watch building kits online. I've talking about building up a different online platform, like a real personal brand, and all this stuff. I'm going to take my real estate license exam. It's like I got this girlfriend now, and I'm like, oh shit, how do I maintain that? Because now I'm trying to be busy, and it's hard. I feel like when you're single, you all that shit you want to do, you can just go do it. You don't got to worry about it. You don't got to worry about giving the weekends when you're off of work to someone else. You have them for yourself. Keep on working. And so I'm in a tough spot right now where I'm like, ooh. Like I started this thing that I got to maintain, but now I want to do all this other stuff. So if you're single right now, honestly, I would be like, what was it Nikki Baby said? We're exclusive, but not super serious. We're exclusive, but not super serious. You can be that way. Like I just don't got time to be on the apps all fucking day. She don't got time to be apps all day either. She's like, pretty up there at her job, and she's got a big reputation to maintain. We're just not trying to go around and hoe around and stuff. We just enjoy our own time together and working on our own stuff.
Plus, it's safer that way too.
Yeah.
Health-wise.
Ironic thing is, most of my relationships end around this time,
Oh,
so I save money.
Do they end, or do they like? I mean, they're ending, but are they like ending and she's being single, or are they ending and she's like monkey branching?
They end like kick your ass to the curb, and
Damn.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Save money for the holidays. Shit.
Yeah.
More turkey for you.
Right.
But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's one less like parent, family member, cousin you got to meet during the holidays. Like shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you got to be no family and shit.
Yeah.
I did that whole thing where I rushed it and introduced one of my exes to my grandma and my dad. Never again.
Oh man.
Never again.
No.
Fucking like maybe a month after we broke up, I was so pissed.
Yeah.
all right. Actually, you know
Yeah.
what,
Good
man?
thing my family's too far away.
Must be
I
nice.
want to meet your mom. Well, shit.
Right?
Me too, girl. Me too.
Well, here's her address. You can go when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, get that
Someone
place.
get the
You can go.
ticket, and
Bring
I'll
back
think about
where.
Damn. I don't know if
That
it's
shit.
gonna work. I don't know if my sound's gonna work on here. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. You know how I am, guys. Y'all already know.
No, we don't know how you are.
No, you tell us. You tell
Yeah,
us.
please explain.
You always be curving that.
You know,
You
y'all
tell
already
us.
know.
How are you?
Y'all already know how I feel about this time of the year.
I actually don't, Doctor. You
Why-
never explained it to me.
why
would- Yeah, I never heard of that.
Let our
Why
audience
would-
know.
Y'all already know I fucking stay single for sure around this time. So I am 100% agreement with all of y'all. I think that's the best time to fucking do this shit. This is the worst
Yeah.
time for someone who never jumped in a relationship to get in a relationship. I'm just saying.
Well, then you're always single, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's hey,
It just
that's,
doesn't
But that's the thing, though. It's like, okay, so like you're single in the summertime because you want to live your best life and you want to have unlimited options. And then you're single in the wintertime because now you got to focus on yourself and grind to get ready for next spring and summer. It's like, well, when do you have time?
never.
Yeah, Dante. When you have
Never.
time.
Never.
And that's how you get the crazy ones, because the crazy ones go after the ones who really don't
Shit.
pay them that much.
The crazy ones.
Yeah.
So I have a
I have
question.
a theory. The girls who approach you are the ones who've either been somewhat hurt, broken,
Damn.
or something's wrong up here. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Or they have some form of baggage. It's always something. The girls that I've dated that have always approached me, there was always something quite not right. And
Facts.
and it's like it's that bolt situation again. You're turning that lock and shit, that combination. You're like, should I open this motherfucker? Am I gonna look at her the same if I open it? Sometimes you do, and you're horrified. You never can be the same. I learned my
I
lesson on
think
that.
though also us as men, we like to challenge ourselves, and sometimes we just don't see the toxic part of a woman until it's too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we always hear about like, oh, girls, stop trying to fix guys, stop trying to change them. Men do that too. And we typically call them like they're trying to save women.
That's my
Women
problem.
talk about I'm trying to fix guys, and when guys try to save women. And it's like, I think that's a great characteristic to have, that you really want to help your partner.
No.
And I'm going to get definitely some kickback for saying this, but you got to help somebody who is helping themselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
You don't want to help a chick, you don't want to, or a guy, for example, you don't want to bring someone into your life and you're doing everything you can to help them elevate, and they're just stuck where they're at and they're bringing you back down. Like, you just don't want to be there. That's a really tough spot to be in.
That's true.
Yeah.
So-
That's true though. Huh?
And sometimes you can't tell, because if you're like a natural empathetic person, which everyone should be, you naturally have compassion for other people, which everyone should, right? Like, you're going to see someone going through hard times, and you're going to see yourself when you went through hard times, or the hard time you're currently going through. There's nothing wrong with helping someone through that tough time. In fact, as a human being, you should do that for other human beings.
Oh.
But how much, and you have to be discerning on like what's worth
Boundaries.
investing in, exactly what's worth investing in, what's not worth investing in. And Shirley, what up?
Oh shit. And
Oh,
Shirley
thanks,
up in the
Shirley.
building?
And so a lot of people, I feel like, aren't discerning in that aspect. Like there was I was just starting a new job, This is the one I was telling you about. Starting a new job, my current girl, like I met her in between jobs, right? I'd be transitioning jobs. And so it was a tough spot for me when I first started dating her. I didn't have a lot of income coming in, even though I had like a cute little nest egg, right? The interview process and onboarding process was very long, right? And it was stressful because all the interviews in the beginning were all group interviews, and it was very stressful. Then they told me they wanted me to apply for a different position, and that was stressful. And so, yeah, I really wasn't on my best behavior. I was irritated, and I was becoming more broke by the day because bills were happening. I couldn't start working yet. And then I started that job, and it was incredibly challenging. But it was like I did my best to not make that her problem. I did my best to not bring that stress over when I'll come through like after work and stuff like that. But she had my back. She would buy me little snacks and little snack baskets if I went on the road. If I briefly mentioned that I really enjoy eating this thing, it would be there when I come over. No questions asked. She knows Markel's gonna be tired as shit. When he comes over, I'm gonna have this little snack for him. And then afterwards, after he's done eating, relaxing, decompressing, switching out of his work clothes, then I can jump all over him and ask him this stuff or that stuff or want his attention.
That's how it should be, man.
So
Yeah.
basically, she was doing what a normal girlfriend is supposed to do.
Exactly.
And we've gotten this far that normalcy is weird to people. Like, that's strange to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome that she does that, and she's supposed to, and vice versa. But while you were saying that, I was like, man, it's so strange that we're in this time now that like supporting each other is hard to find.
Right.
Right. It's very strange that people can't support one another, that somebody's always out for something, or they're spiteful, or just all kinds of shit. And like, that's what it's supposed to, our elders, my grandparents, you guys as grandparents, they stuck through thick and thin, through the hard times and the good times, right? That's how you're supposed to do it. And that's how you have, everybody's grandparents was fucking funny. They had a lot of fucking stories because all their hard times created character. And I believe if you're with someone who supports you support them 100%.
Yeah.
And you go through hard shit, but you still stick it to each other. It creates even a stronger bond and even a stronger character. And you ultimately help each other. If it's just like building blocks. She puts one on, you put one on top of that. Boom, boom. Let's do it.
I got a question for y'all, actually. This is something that I kind of realize currently, right? So I think this is super hilarious, but tell me if you guys have experienced this or not with your girls or with the girl you've been seeing regularly, right? She treats you better when you are like doggedly on your purpose. And I mean, like, when you are literally working day and night, when you are literally grinding on the side hustle, when you are literally like fighting tooth and nail to keep all this stuff together, and you're not really giving her all that much attention, she treats you way better than when you at a very stable point, you're giving her a lot of attention.
Oh, yeah. If I'm gonna
crazy to me.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But then there's also that scenario. It's like women nowadays are just kind of like, I'm not trying to be your mom or blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Like, okay, but I got mommy issues. So what are we going to do here? So I need you to like, I'll play it. Like, but it's like, okay, well, I got mommy issues. So I need you to be my mom right now.
Oh, Markel, you got me.
He said,
I mean, I get it.
Hey, Shirley. Okay,
you don't want to be a girl's therapist either.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to always be there and have to like sit down on my couch, tell me what's happened. You don't want to do that shit either. So I kind of get it. If the guy is like that, if he's a mama's boy, then I've heard stories from girls about mama's boys, and it just doesn't end well. Never ends well for some reason. But maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. But on Markel's point, yeah, when I'm in creative mode, like for some reason they always want to come over. I just want to come over. I want to bother you and shit. And they always say the same shit. And then they just creep over to my desk and, what are you doing? And then my mind is like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing? Like, you see what I'm doing. But you can't say that. You can't do that. She
I
already
was
let
gonna
you
say,
know.
did you really say that?
No, I don't say anything. I just say, oh, just kind of calm down. But it always happens and shit. So
That's just hella funny.
Yeah, my last bitch, when I didn't pay her any mind, that's when she gave me the most attention. Made no sense whatsoever.
yeah, attention is their currency, man.
But
I know.
It's easy though once you figure it out with the
yeah,
girl that you're with. Once you figure out her attention scale and shit, then you're like, okay.
Well, I
all
think
right,
the
cool.
biggest thing is, and I'm just gonna say it, like, girls want a winner. Girls want a guy they think is a winner. And it's one of those where, like, unfortunately, if you're giving her a lot of your attention and you're not working, are you doing what it takes to win? Especially if you haven't already done. If you're there, you already hit that peak pinnacle. You're a champion in something, or you're a top level performer in something. You can give her as much attention as you want. You've just earned that status. But if you're still, like, on the way there, like, you unfortunately got to prove yourself. Yeah. They, like, the people like, oh, you wake up every day and pay rent. It's kind of that kind of thing.
I would say also, like, the reason they always go back to the assholes, the thugs in the street and shit like that, is because it's like they give them this excitement in the moment they're there, and then it's this disappearing act. And if you can do the same thing but flip it as far as like what you're trying to become, your career and shit like that, it's pretty much the same thing. You just don't have to be a thug. You own your business. If you want to, like, be a real estate agent, and you really got to get your shit going. And, sometimes you're going to have to say no. Oh, I want to do something Thursday, blah, blah, blah. I mean, my girlfriend, we thought that you can come, we can double date. Nope, I got shit to do that Thursday. I'm sorry, I can't do this. She'll have a fit or whatever, but if you stick to your guns, she's going to respect that a lot more than if you cave in after 13 minutes of her begging. You just have to stick to your guns, man, because she'll be mad at that moment, but the moment she lays down in that bed, she's going to understand he's trying to get his shit done. And 4 to 5 hours on a Thursday night just shooting the shit with my friends is not worth what he's trying to actually do. See, emotional filter first, and then logic starts to set in later.
But doesn't that turn into neglect as well?
What's that?
Doesn't that turn into neglect as well sometimes?
Neglect what? I mean, if you do it all the time, if you're doing it, nefariously, yeah. Like, if you're trying to do it, then yeah. But like I'm saying, if you really are trying to do something and she wants to do something on that day, you have to say no. You have to say no, whether it's going to hurt her feelings or not, because you have to continue on your path. But that's steer off of that. They join your path. You don't join theirs.
You say no to it, so then at a certain point, how do you know that it's still working, or is it she gonna be like, oh, you're neglecting me, blah blah blah, something of that sort?
I think you're not understanding what he's saying, Danish. Like, it's not like every single time she asks to hang out, you say no. It's if you're a real estate agent and that Thursday of a big open house, you got to go to that thing. You got to say no.
Right.
Okay. If it's Sunday morning and you don't have any open houses or any phone calls to make, then you take your girl, you get a nice brunch, and you go to the beach.
Yeah. So just handling business. All right, got you.
It's just handling business. It's not just like you're like, I'm working. I can only see you the 2 hours between at home and no, dude. Like, you make time for your girl. Otherwise, there's no point in having a girl. But
my bad.
In my experience, this is subjective here. When you finally have a girlfriend, women prefer accountability over availability. Like, it's not about having you all the time. It's just sticking to your word. If I say we're going out Thursday, we're going out Thursday. Even if you only ever see me that one Thursday.
Okay.
And then too, it's like kind of like what Mondre said. It's like, as a man, you need to be on your purpose. Like, as a man, you yourself are never happy unless you're on your purpose. Right? Like a woman, I think woman's never happy if she's not experiencing things. Yeah. If she's not living her life experientially, I don't think she could truly be happy, generally speaking. Whereas a man, he wants to experience things, but if he's not living in accordance with his purpose, his purpose, either he's not going to be happy. So he's not going to be good for her, whether he's there for her or he's not there for her if he's not living his purpose. And you have to, like there's this famous quote: "The history of man is in the shadow of a few stolid men." Right? So like you have to go be something. You have it's up to go be something. And when you go become something, you're trying to be something. You're just not going to be as available as she is. So
I think I know where you
neglect her or anything. It's just you want to be a fucking winner. You got to go be something. You don't want to be some stuck at home neckbeard beta. You want to go win. And she's gonna be upset. She just will. But she's gonna she's gonna fuck you better than you're gonna fuck if you're winning. Just keeping it real.
There's a myth out there that, because we've seen it on television and on TV shows and shit, where the man will work constantly, bringing like a lot of money, and then his wife usually cheats on him with the pool boy because she's lonely, right? And I think that kind of sits in a lot of men's back of their minds. They're thinking like, yeah, if I'm working all the time, my girl, she might cheat on me. So here's the thing, man, because I have friends who are married back home, and I have one of my best friends, this is his third marriage. And that's his problem. He always works, and then his girlfriends usually drift off, or his wives drift off. But the problem is when he does spend time with them, it's lackluster. It's nothing. They just sit around TV, or he takes her out to dinner, same restaurant. They have mediocre sex, shit like that. So it's like when you're with her, like my motto, I've always told my girlfriends this: when I'm with you, I am there with you. I am in love with you. But when you're not in front of me, out of sight, out of mind, because I am on my shit, I'm creative as hell. My imagination's all over the place. So I'm either drawing or writing or painting or something in that nature. So it's like, I'm not thinking about you 24/7 when you're not in front of me. If you text me, then my mind will go to you, and then I'll interact with you, shit like that. And that frees me up. So when I do see her, then all of that shit can flow out. And then I can just blow her mind at those times. And then when I'm not around, which psychologists have figured out that people fall in love with you when they're thinking about you when you're not around. That's when they really start falling in love with you, when they're constantly thinking about you. And so if you're great with her all the time, you're good at sex, you make sure she is, getting hers. You guys have a good fun time. You make her laugh. That's a really big one. If you're funny, if you're interesting, you got always shit to talk about. Shit that she doesn't know. So you're somewhat of a teacher as well. So every time she's around you, she learns something new. She has a great time. You make her laugh and you fuck the shit out of her. So then when you're not around and you're not bothering her, you're not texting her, seeing where she's at. You're not always trying to, figure out, let's try to, she knows you're doing your own thing. She's going to always constantly think about you. She ain't got time to think about any other dude. Because she's always thinking about, what is he doing right now? I bet he's drawing, or I bet he's writing, or I bet he's really getting on his shit right now. I wonder what he's doing, and then she'll text. You're probably busy, so you won't text right away. You'll text 25, 30 minutes later, but you'll hit her with a nice, cute text or something funny or some shit like that, and then boom, sparks fly again. It's not rocket science, but a lot of dudes get so fucking happy that they can't put the fucking phone down. And it's like, dude, calm the fuck down. I know it's been a minute since you got a girl, but it's like, calm down. You got her. You snagged her. Now it's time to lay it in nice and easy, man. So it's like,
that was actually probably one of my biggest problems in my past relationships, with being too available.
A lot of dudes, man. You ain't the only one. A lot of guys. I've been there before. You get over eager and
anxiety thing for me too. It's like, oh fuck, if I don't give her the attention, then she gonna leave. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, fuck, gotta find that space of I'll talk to her when I talk to her type.
I think a lot of dudes.
Like I said, you want to put some effort in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, what's the point of even having a girlfriend? You want to put some effort in. Right. You should want to date somebody where you want to give them things. But the reality is, if you're not on your purpose, you're pouring from an empty cup. So what are you giving her? You're not creating anything. You're not building anything. You're not earning anything. You're not making anything. So if you have all this free time, what are you really giving her? Companionship? Right. That's what all the fucking Instagram likes are for. That's what her girlfriends are for. That's what her little dogs and cats and lizards are for. Like, she should honestly be coming to you because you're giving her something that she can't get anywhere else. Just pure positive masculine energy. She cannot get that anywhere else. That cannot be replicated anywhere else. And if you're not on your purpose, you're not building that thing. You don't have it.
Actually doing stuff with their lives.
People are attracted.
They've always been
doing stuff with their lives.
Yeah, they've always been attracted to that. But it's just more. It's just more. We can see it more that they're attracted to that. But on to what you were saying, Danesh, is
Okay.
I look at it like I'll use a car analogy. Once you get the car, you don't have to press on the gas once you already have it. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the Lamborghini, you don't have to race that motherfucker because you got it. You know what I'm saying? You already got it. So it's like a lot of dudes don't get them and they're so fucking happy they got it. And just, they're on her. I want to make sure that she knows that I like her. I want to make sure that she knows that I'm here for her. And it's like, that's just too much for them. They love the chase as much as we do.
What you just said, that's actually how my mind works. It's like, fuck, I gotta make sure she knows I'm here for her, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that's just,
She'll know you're there for her because you'll be there for her.
Yeah, you're always gonna be there for her. You just gotta be there for yourself first. So, but that goes back to putting other people before yourself. You can't do that. You can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have, like, if you're trying to save people from a cliff, you got to get up on top first so you can pull people up. You can't do it the other way around.
The whole thing too is like, well, what do you have going on? Like, I have my guy friends who talk and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, what are you doing? They're like, well, I go to work every day. And I'm like, then what? And they're like, oh, then I play video games. And I scroll the internet.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to have this side hustle. I'm not saying you should be striving to be this billionaire. But I'm like, you don't have a hobby? You don't play a sport? You don't go to things, right? Maybe you're just like someone who's really into art. And so you're at art galleries and museums and pop-ups like every other weekend. Or you like cars, and so you're building cars and working on motorcycles. Or you have really refined taste in beverages. You're constantly making different lattes, or trying to make different like mixed drinks, trying different spirits. Like you just like you have no refined tastes. You have no taste in anything. You just go to work, and the job you do is just normal, not knocking, but normal blue collar work. That's not incredibly interesting. And so I'm like, you yourself look like you're bored with your life.
The funny thing is that this is what actually made me delete the apps. When I came across women that were saying that they didn't have any hobbies, I was like, oh no.
Dating is her hobby. When a girl doesn't have any hobbies, dating is her hobby. No. Men are her hobby.
Oh. Bam.
Dante was like,
I might go over here trying to figure out sound and shit. I'm like, oh shit, my sound went out for like the whole 20. I see y'all moving. I was like, oh, panicking, trying to figure out what's going on.
Alpha Mug.
Yeah.
I got a great question for you, guy. I want to hear your answer on this.
What we got in the comments, man? What we got?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
How
you gonna get on?
No. Let's go to the comments. Let's go to the comments.
No. Go ahead. Ask the question.
Okay. Let's say we're talking to a guy who has a girlfriend, right? Not me, but hypothetically. And that guy just doesn't have a lot going on for himself. He's got a good girl. She's good to him. He doesn't have a lot going on for himself, and he's starting to realize that he's picking up way too much yin energy because he's around her all the time, talking to her all the time. They're sharing feelings all the time. How does he then start to develop his own life while still maintaining the relationship? How does he do that pullback without just fucking everything up?
So the way I would do it is once I figured out what my purpose was, what I really wanted to get into, then I would show her or, share it with her. Like, you know what, I've been thinking about getting into this and doing this because I feel real passionate about it. And I think I can go here with it. And it's going to take up some of my time. And I'm just letting you know right now, because on this day and this day and this day, I'm gonna really dive into this shit. So I know we've been hanging out a lot this last couple of weeks, last couple of months or whatever, but I'm gonna need this time so that I can really get into this. And then once I get my groove in, then those days we can, I can mix in back in with you and shit like that. I found that when I tell a girl, like she'll ask to come over or something, but I'm like in my thing, I make sure I know where her mindset is. Like if she's in an emotional state, then I won't say, I'll let her just come over or whatever. Because you just don't want to rock the boat when it's already rocking, right?
Yeah.
So what I just said, I would say when she's in a really good mood and you guys have already like shared some emotions, you guys already clicked and it was a good moment, because then she'll feel like she can support it and she will support it from that moment. Because women always relate their emotions to their memories, or vice versa. I can't remember which one it was. But they remember the emotion they were feeling with every memory they have. Men don't really do that. Ours is all information. It's like data. We don't have emotions connected to it unless it's been a death or something traumatic. That's the only time we have a connection with emotion and memory. Women always have that shit. They remember how they fucking felt, what you did to them, all that shit. So it's like if she's in a really good mood, you guys are both clicking and shit, then I would, kind of like incorporate that really sly, like, and let her know that, I'm going to need some time here and there just to get my shit going and get it in. She'll pretty much, if she's mature and she's smart and bright, she'll understand that shit. But if like a dude to like just drop it on her, like, hey, I'm getting into this shit tomorrow, then, she might not be too keen to it and then might start fucking shit up.
Yeah. Makes sense. Now we can look at the comments.
Okay. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all went out, cut out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just see your guys' mouths moving.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the panic I had to deal with in like the last 8 minutes.
You look real calm though, bro. You look like you was really like just handling it. So.
I was sweating back here. I'm sitting there like trying to see what's going on, and like y'all motherfuckers are just, yeah, man, so dating shit. I'm like, oh man, fuck. Shit. But I finally got to hear you guys. Yeah, I was trying to. I was doing too much today. I just, I want to get the content out there, man. You guys, it's content. That's all I think about. Okay. But what do we have in the streams? What we got, man? So she said, Miss Jeannie said, that's only feeling if it's mutual. Everyone's talking about balance. We talked about this many times. That shit is balance.
Let's talk about balance real quick. So my feelings on balance. When people think of balance, I think they think of balance day on day. That every single individual day has a balance. The reality is some days you're going to work 14 hours, some days you're going to work 12, and some days you're going to work 10, and some days you can get it doing 6. Balance doesn't happen day on day. Balance happens, in my opinion, season on season. Like, if you look at your year in like 3-month chunks, there's a balance at the very end of it, at the end of the year. But sometimes you're in a season where there's no fucking balance. It's all work. And I'm literally coming out of a balance, or coming out of a season where the balance was, it was all play. Like I was doing well, I had simple stuff coming in. It was like every single day I was drinking, partying, working out, playing with my kids, hanging out with my girl. And now I'm coming out of every day was play into, okay, now I have this idea, this thing that I want, and I want to buckle down and do this thing with all my energy, right? So it's kind of like, people think that there's this perfectly balanced life you could have. And it's like, once you've achieved some certain level of financial success, or you have a certain level of financial control and stability, then you can have that kind of balance. Most of people don't have that. Most people just don't have that, or aren't in a situation where they have that currently, right? And it's like, there's too much stuff to do. There's the creating you want to do, the name you want to make for yourself, the fitness you want to have, the health you want to have, all the people you want to make time for, the time for yourself, the time for your job, the time for your side hustle. Like, there's so much stuff. It's like, you can't balance it day on day. You kind of need to balance it week on week, month on month. your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's all work. And then Thursday and Friday, you get to play a little bit more and it makes up for the rest of the week. And it's different for everybody. Some people are workhorses where they can work 80% of the time. And as long as they have 5% of the time to themselves, they feel balanced. Other people who are like hyper creatives need at least 20% of the time to be just free time so they can just think and pontificate. So it's different for everyone. You know,
I need a day to think and process, and then the next day I'll draw and write.
Right.
No, I feel you. I don't think life has a balance because there's too many ebbs and lows in life, natural life anyway. But I think you can have a balanced mindset, like the middle path, or like the maybe path, you know, like maybe it could be good, maybe it could be bad, but you always stay in that middle maybe. So that way you won't really like fuck your shit up, you know?
Mm-hmm. Or it's like when it's time to do something, you'll know. Like if you're in tune with yourself and you have a regulated nervous system, you just know what it's time for.
Yeah.
Like you get that feeling. If you are in tune with yourself, you get that feeling of, man, I really just need like 2 hours laid down on the couch. It's been a really, really long week. I'm a bit stressed out. I realize that I am frazzled. I feel like I am this desktop with too many tabs open. Like I need like an hour or two to just decompose. Like, you know. Or look, man, I've been in the office every single week. I come home and there's dinner and I'll come home so late. I don't have time to eat with my girl. Like, look, let me clear off my Tuesday afternoon. Next week, I'll take her out. Like, you just know if you're in tune. And there's your balance, right? If you're listening to yourself, the balance makes itself very, very clear, right? You're like, oh man, like I'm exhausted. My bones are aching and everything that I'm eating is making my stomach upset. Okay, I'm working too much. Or, man, I'm feeling really irritable. What's up?
What about balance in a relationship? I'm pretty sure that's what they probably meant, but we were going on.
Balance in you need to know, like, how many hours a week do I want his time versus how many hours a week am I getting his time and how many hours a week do I think he legitimately has available, right? If you look at it, you're like, well, I want to see him at least 48 hours, like 2 full days total. And you're only getting him 10 hours, then yeah, you can ask him for more time. Be like, yo, look, this is kind of what I want. And I understand if you can't give me the full 2 days, but I need more than 10 hours a week. Especially if those 10 hours, you're always on your phone. Or those 10 hours are me sitting on the side of your bed and you're playing 2K. And if you're a man, and this happened to me, like with my current girl, it was like when we first started dating, it was like after a while, it was like, yo, look, like I do want to see you more. I want to do more things outside of the crib. You know, she worked incredibly hard and has a very demanding job. And it's like, yo, like, you know, like I can put my stuff aside because the way I'm doing for time, and it's like, I want to kick it with you, but you always get work calls. So I reconcile that with, one, I myself just need to be busier, right? 2, I'm gonna be real here. Like, these are the things that I want to do. These are things that I'm going to do, and I'm going to go to these things typically around this time or these days. I want you to come with me, but I'm still gonna go because I need that for myself. I want you there. And she figured out some of it, and the other bit, she told me, she's like, hey, I can't do that. I'm like, that's cool. You know, every other week she has to leave the state to go travel. So I have to be very selective and very present when I spend time with her. And then I got my own shit to do. So now I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to start doing stuff, and then I'm too busy. So it's like, yeah, I hate to say balance because balance, I feel like alludes to like 50-50. You need to find a ratio that works. That's the balance. It's 80-20, 90-10, 95-5. I think people think balance, I think 50-50. That's not necessarily so.
Yeah, we talked about the 80. We talked about that percentage a lot. We did an episode about that, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. A long time ago.
Yeah. I remember all the stuff we talk about.
I still don't think it's that difficult to date. I like there's this young cat that works at the Adidas store that comes through sometimes, and he's like he's Markel's age, 24, and he's like, man, I really want to date. I really want to have a girlfriend through Christmas, think about it all the time. And I was like, maybe try not thinking about it, and then you may get surprised. But that's how you manifest. But anyway, he was like, it's just so hard. Girls are, they like it's this weird echo chamber that people are locked into, and they think that all these girls want the top 1%. And even if they say they do not. They really know what they can and cannot have. They're like, women are very tribal. Yeah, they are. They like trends. They follow what the girls think. They care about what other people think. They care about their image to their friends, their families. And like Markel was saying earlier, you have to be basically that star, and you kind of got to be the star to all her friends and her families too, to like really lock her in. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be some mediocre, because her friends and her family's gonna hound the shit out of you if you're not on your purpose, if you're not really trying to strive. You don't have to be there, but they have to see potential and that you're actually working for that shit. They have to see that. Just women in general have to see that. If they don't give a fuck what you're doing, and like you lounge around all the time and play video games, they don't give a fuck, then that's not the girl you want to be with for sure. She's gonna drop you in the next dude that she sees, or she's just as bad as you are or worse.
I don't know.
So it's like, you don't want that shit.
I don't know, man.
That's the worst. Is a lazy chick is the worst fucking thing you can have in your life. Is a lazy chick.
I think you kind of hitting. I mean, I'm not defending like gamers and stuff like that, but there's a couple out there that are making it really big with money. As long as the money's coming in, you're a gamer and you're a streamer, you're doing a lot of money. Like I would.
I'm not knocking that. I thought
how many?
Just wanted to clarify, like
how many gamers out there are getting paid, Dante? Okay. How many gamers do you know that are legitimately getting paid versus how many gamers aren't doing shit with their lives?
Okay, all right. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of them on
there.
Got
100 people in a match at a battle royale. One of them is a streamer who's doing well. The other 99 are just motherfuckers who play the game way too much.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to think it like that, but
does he have a Twitch? Does he have a camera? Does he have a Patreon? If he has all that shit set up, how many motherfuckers who play games got that shit set up? 1%. 1% of gamers are monetizing gaming. The rest of them are just playing games, probably too much.
Because there's people
that's true.
I seen dudes make $9 million on Twitch.
That's cutie.
How many? How many?
No,
how many are making $9 million?
Not that many. Not that many. Not that many at all.
How many people are making over $50,000 a year playing games versus how people are playing games?
There's only 3 big ones on YouTube that make like millions.
Like I hate that shit. Well, as long as they're monetizing it, that's okay. But there's so many people like money, the top 2% of gamers in the world are making money from gaming. The bottom 98% are getting zilch. Squat. How many YouTubers are making more than $500 a month? Maybe 1%.
That's true. That's true. A lot of people think it's easy. It's really not that fucking easy.
It's like 5 billion hours worth of like YouTube content is uploaded like every minute. And so it's like, how many of those people are actually making fucking money? Not a lot of them. I am not saying men shouldn't play video games. They want to play them. Do what the fuck you want to do. But what I'm saying is that is a stupid argument. You cannot say shit like that. Because someone out there is like, well, I'm going to be a big streamer one day. And his girlfriend's on the side of the bed begging to give him head. And he's not getting it because he's playing fucking Fallout.
I'm glad you said that. So I think that's a big issue too. Like, I only play video games when I'm by myself. And I only do it on my spare time. Now, I know a lot of guys want their girlfriends around, watch them play and shit, because I don't know why the fuck they do that. But again, it goes back to what I was saying. Like, when she's with me, it's about us. So and like some of my homies, man, they be like, man, she got mad because I was playing my game and shit. And, she damn near almost broke it. It's like, why did you ask her to come over?
Why is she there?
Video games,
you're playing Xbox,
like, yeah. What's wrong with you? Like, don't play when she's coming over, then be with her. And then if you just want to play video games that day, don't ask her to come over. Well, I thought she probably just want to watch me. Okay, do you want to go to her house and watch her put on makeup? No, motherfucker, you don't want to do that shit. It's the same feeling she gets. So it's like they're doing like guy shit with their girlfriends. And I always, maybe I'm outdated on this one, but I always thought that was fucking weird. And like, I always thought it was weird when it just be a dude and his girl and like 3 of his homies and they all go hang out. Like, what the fuck is that? Like that's weird too. It's like, but going back to what I was saying, it's like you if you're inviting her over, then that's couple time. It's not gamer time. Watch me do gamer time because you got all the time in the fucking world to do that shit. Even if she
Unless
lives,
you want to play
you
too.
should have designated time to do that shit. So that way they won't get mad and delete. I be seeing TikToks of motherfuckers deleting dudes' games and shit they make money off of. They get mad. It's like, well, what? Okay, I understand she shouldn't have been touching your shit. That I understand, and I'll probably slap the shit out of her too. But at the same time, it's like you should have designated time so that you won't be in breaching on you guys' time. So that way she won't act out like a child and do some bullshit like that. So it's like it's ways around it, but people just aren't being smart about that shit, and they're just doing what the fuck they want to. Like I don't think anybody has like respect for their partners anymore. I think they just treat them like another accessory, and it's like that's another fucking person. It's like the goal is to have this partner that supports you like no other, so that way you can rule the fucking world together.
Right.
And it's like nobody's doing that. It's like everybody wants to individually rule the world, but have this accessory girlfriend or accessory boyfriend, and then hope they stick around. And it's like they're not gonna stick around if you treat them like a fucking keychain, bro. So it's like it's all fuckery, man. It's fucking weird. Like she's never seen me play video games. In the last chick I was fucking with, who two of y'all know, she never saw me playing video games only but like twice. And that's when she came over without even asking. So it was like, you know, she was an interloper. But
This guy.
Interloper.
This guy.
but you know,
This dude.
I mean, it's just like it's like that. Like with my girl, like you guys know I love fashion. You guys know I love Porsches. Like me and my son spent like 12 minutes today watching rally Porsches drive through the fucking woods. We just sit there on my phone too, just like like you know, I'm not gonna sit there and watch a bunch of videos about Porsches with my girl.
No, it's not her thing. It's not your guys' thing.
Like, or the big argument right now is I love scary movies. I love scary movies. I love horror movies. I love horror series. Anything scary and gory and violent. My girl is a lady. She is girly. She does not like that. She wants to watch rom-coms and romantic movies and occasionally a period drama. That's what she wants to watch. And my humor is very like slapstick and like gross, and her humor is very like it's very like Euro and like kind of like dry. It's like, oh my god, I hate watching movies with her. But I'm not gonna sit there and make her watch, you know, Friday the 13th. That's not her shit.
Now, see, that's where we're different. I'll make them watch a scary movie.
So I mean, she probably could have stopped and just put it on. But
I
it's
ain't built for this, man. I'm not built.
I'll hide the DVD in like a rom-com thing. We're watching this.
No,
I'm
I'm not built for this, man. Now, you guys making some good, valid points. I do want to watch anime.
I'm about to put on Dark
anime
Knight
with my
Rises.
girl.
You better
I'm
watch
sorry.
the shit with me.
If I'm with my lady, man, I want to watch anime, dog. If I can't, man, it ain't working for me. Hey, if you can,
you want to watch anime with your girl?
I can watch your shows and your little rom-coms, but you gotta fucks with like anime. Like my shit
then
is
there's
built
the
around
balance.
that motherfucker. Like
that's the balance.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be the balance.
Like women they watch it for me, so it's just like, man, you gotta like be in it. Like it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I want you to want to see this.
it's like
Like-
you gotta actually want to see it. Like you gotta like enjoy.
Understand Goku's emotions right now.
Yeah, you know what
Okay?
I'm saying? Like I connect
Understand what
with
he's
the
going
characters. I could do without, like, if you don't want to watch, like, okay, if you are a Marvel person, DC, whatever, you don't watch that shit, that's fine.
Yeah, right there.
But like anime, like
It's like, yo, all of Planet Namek just got destroyed. Why are you not upset right
I know, right?
now? Why are you not upset right
There's a
now?
whole planet.
Why am I the only one crying?
There's a whole planet, motherfucker. You don't freeze it
Yo,
like a
Goku
skinhead.
just turned Super Saiyan. Why aren't you hyped with me? What's
I
going
know,
on?
right?
That
He just killed Krillin.
like,
Bitch.
Krillin just died.
Motherfucker.
So
That's
like,
why he's
that to
pretty-
me it was like, fuck. Like, oh, this is weird. I'm like, shit, dude. I can't.
Like, bitch, you would get out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard.
No.
It's hard, man.
So, yeah, just, it's one of those, I think going back, just wrapping it up with what Alpha Monk said, like, yeah, like, when your girlfriend's there, unless you guys live together, like, you guys are doing boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. You should probably get about between 6 to 12 hours of your time like that's just like boyfriend girlfriend time. When she's gone, you do your own thing. Or if she's coming over and you tell her, you set the expectation, like let you know, I'm playing Xbox tonight, so bring your headphones and watch makeup videos next to me because I'm playing Xbox for at least 3 hours.
Yeah, that'll work too.
You know, like get to the expectation. Like, okay, you're coming over on a Tuesday night. I never see you on a Tuesday. Just know on Tuesday I play Xbox with the boys. So if you come over tonight, I'm playing Xbox with the boys. I can teach you how to play all the sticks, but other than that, this is what we're doing. You know,
Yeah.
so just keep it real.
Yeah, no, that's some real shit.
You know, and if she's into games, she plays with you. That's great.
But I mean, at the
That's
same time, too, hold on.
Gaming
If
is
you
fine.
just seen it for that one day, do you really want to be just playing video games?
If it's my day for video games, fuck yeah. She should have came over another day.
People just have a whole big stigma about video gaming. Like, I feel like it's not the worst thing to do. I mean,
Well, I mean,
like, I wanna, you know, it's like, okay, I usually see you on a Sunday, but you want to come over on a Tuesday, and there's no special reason for you to come over on this Tuesday. I'm playing Xbox, so bring food.
okay. No, I mentioned more of that's the only day you can see her.
No, well, no. If that's the only day you can see her, then no.
It's 1 week. It's 1 week.
But
I mean, how long I've been with her? There's variables. I gotta know how long I've been with her. It's funny. I'm saying this. I don't even have a TV in my room, and I'm saying all this. But like, all I got are just books everywhere. I just like to read. That's the one thing my girl doesn't understand. Or she gets it, but then she does it. Is she does try to talk to me a lot when I'm reading. I'm a fast reader, a very fast reader, but it's still like I want at least my hour and a half every single day to read. So I usually get it done before she wakes up. I'm a morning person. She's a midday person, right? Because she can't stay up late or get up early. But so I'm like,
well, this is why this is why we're gonna have a hard time surviving in our singleness during this cuddle season because we're gonna be indoors. It's gonna be a tough battle.
man,
Constantly, you know, we go back to the topic because I know we're about to end this. Instagram is about to end in like in the next couple minutes.
yeah.
But we can keep still talking, I guess.
But you know, so it's like I'd be reading and she'd just be talking to me, and I'd be like, "There's a book in my hand."
Motherfucker just ignored me.
that's funny.
You should just go on with the comment, man. I'm sick of the disrespect on this shit.
You should do this to piss her off. Like you're reading, and she come and talk to you, you do like this. And then rip your page like,
You see, the thing is, my girlfriend almost as tall as me, so I don't want to try it. So she's tall.
Like, oh shit! What?
Yeah, I'm like, if she was shorter, maybe. But she's
That disrespect.
taller, and she's fit. We work out together. She's definitely fit. So
yeah, you might not want to do that.
Yeah, you might know. Yeah, you might.
Yeah, I dated a MMA fighter once. I tried that. Man, I had to dodge a fade. She was.
Why would you even date that? Why would you even want to date that, bro? Hell no.
Yeah.
That's
That she was like the Matrix, boy. You had to watch that thing go by.
Fuck that. Should I get a gun for that bitch?
Get a gun. You gonna commit murder or what?
No, just slap it on the table just so you know we're clear. I'm just spinning around.
Might on some crazy shit, bro. I don't know.
You be dating.
no, I'm just joking. Like, I'm not really like.
Around.
Yeah.
Like, what's she gonna
Gun on
do?
the table right now. Watch.
On a serious note, Danesh, like you remind me of my little brother, man. There's a lot of fear in there, bro. You have you gotta let that go, dude, from the past. You gotta let that shit go. Not every girl is gonna bounce, not every girl is gonna be extremely needy. Because he had a girl who used to fuck with him all the time. Like if he was working overtime or something like that, she'd like blow his phone up. But then when he'd come see her, she'd act like he wasn't even there. And she would do that, toss her. And like if he was going, it was one time he went to go see, we had the same dad, different mom. He was going to see his mom. I hadn't seen his mom in a while. And she was like, "You gonna be gone for 2 weeks?" And he was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, what am I gonna do for 2 weeks?" And he was like, "What the fuck do you mean?" He's like, "I'm going to see my mom. You do what you need to do." And she was like, "Well, I mean, anything can happen in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna be around." It's like, and it had to be the whole fucking time he was there. He stressed out that she, so he had to blow her up, and all it was a fucking game.
Yeah.
And it took him 2 years with that bitch to finally drop her and shit, just because he has the one-itis. When he sees a girl and he likes a girl, he can't see any other girl. When he's
What
with the girl,
girlfriend
he
says
thinks
that
he
to her boyfriend though?
let her go. What's up?
Crazy one.
What girlfriend says that to her boyfriend though?
A crazy one.
Crazy one.
Yeah, fuck all that. You tell me some
Oh,
shit like that. We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
If your girl posts some shit like that, your answer either needs to be break up with her right away, or you tell her, "You damn right, tweets Islam. You better hope I don't get lonely."
Man,
So, like,
shit.
those are only two real responses: is break up with her or tell her.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not like even like you're going on like a cruise with the boys or something. You're going to see your mama. Come on now.
No, that's the major red flag, man. It's just like, nah, bye, bitch.
All right,
Fuck on.
Mr. Dante, what's good? What's the word?
I mean, Instagram is still gonna go. I mean, we can
Any
still keep
questions?
going until this shit ends. I mean, once this shit ends, then I'll wrap it up. But you guys, you know, like I said, man, my sound went off. I was in and out of this whole situation. But y'all, you know, it didn't cut off everybody else that was listening. It's just me. I couldn't hear y'all motherfuckers. But I heard y'all were talking. I can look it up and see what's going on, man. I know.
Just hold it down for you, bro.
I know. Yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of things while I'm doing this. So
His podcast be holding it down.
we gotta do a sound check next time. We gotta do a sound check next time, motherfuckers. I gotta make sure I'm doing this shit the right way. Then I'll post this shit somewhere else. But I'm glad it actually. So what I was doing, guys, if you guys want to know what I was doing, I was trying to put this on another streaming device, which is like a lot more people flow in from there.
Okay.
But I had the video running. It showed you guys, and I heard people in the comments already like, "Oh, I always see good-looking dudes talking, but I don't hear no sound, so I'm upset."
Talking about you, D-Nice.
That's what one woman said of the other comments. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this shit working. I'm trying to get this sound working, man. So luckily, good thing about that, it showed the video, so that was cool on my part. That's a plus. Maybe next time we'll probably just do a little sound check. Probably when we're done here, I'll probably just do another sound check. If you guys got to dip out.
Dante, you always got some problem going on, regardless. Even when you do a check, man. Come on, man.
You know, I didn't have any problems this time. I didn't have problems right now. Like, it was just, that wasn't even a problem. That's something I did on my own. You know what I mean? Like, that was something I could have just left alone and would have kept going. So, like, I opened up Pandora's box. But, like, other times, yeah. But this time,
don't try to fix something that ain't broken, bro.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to get content out there. All right, so the IG ended. But, yeah, guys, if y'all want to stick around, you can. But I'm going to try to get this sound shit going. But, yeah, y'all, if you guys, I don't know what you guys want to do, but, you know.
I got an idea for the next episode. Next time all four of us have to make it on. We got to do like a hot seat.
Hot seat?
Ooh.
A hot seat. We all got to have like a list of questions, and one person's in the hot seat. We start just like rapid fire.
Markel trying to spill all the tea out.
I mean, how are we supposed to really get this? I mean, we rarely come on together. That's like a hard thing to do.
I didn't say it was the very next time. I'm just saying.
We barely
Yeah,
see
me.
y'all.
But
Don's asking us like it ain't his podcast.
I mean, it's kind of like how we used to do the buzzword.
I was saying, I missed that. We never got through anything with the buzzwords.
Yeah, that shit was
We
hilarious.
never got to the episode because it'll be the buzzwords of just people saying stuff. We never got to the episode.
Like,
you're
damn.
welcome.
Huh?
You're welcome.
Oh, that was your word? That was your idea?
Yeah, it was his idea.
Was it?
Yeah,
The brief was my idea. The buzzword was my idea. Half the fucking topics were my idea.
Oh, half the topics was your idea. Okay.
And the other half was mine.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. You're right. I don't. You know, I'm not even gonna push it. You know.
Look, man, I got great ideas. I got great execution, but my attention span is short. That's my only my shortcoming is like I got ADD like a motherfucker. So my attention span is very short.
Yeah.
You want to meet a good girl or a girl who's decent? Every Saturday and Sunday, go to a farmer's market.
Oh, farmer's markets. I was like, at Friday night, Saturday night, you gotta be at Whole Foods. That's where all the single girls who care about themselves are.
Trader Joe's.
Whole Foods.
She's already done 2 years of therapy. She got a 720 credit score, and you know her gut flora is flourishing.
Yeah, she's on her way.
That's where you want to go on a Saturday night. Is Whole Foods.
She either got a dog or she has a cat.
Her gut is flourishing.
Her gut flora is flourishing.
Her shit.
I mean, she got a
like
regulated nervous
motherfucker.
system. She is not suffering from any serotonin or dopamine disorders. Like, you want to go there like on a Saturday night.
Yes. Do not get you a girl who eats fast food.
Oh my God.
Fuck your life up. She will fuck your life up.
If it is Saturday night and she is in the Jack in the Box drive-thru, stay away. Because her gut is a vat of acid. You do not want to deal with that. Like,
she would drag you down with her, bro. She would drag you down with her.
Y'all going to hell.
Y'all both be having
eating fast food all day.
man giving each other diabetes shots. You ready?
I was like, wow.
You out.
Oh my God.
And her diet is literally 99-cent tacos and hot fries from the fucking.
Man, leave it alone.
Not want to deal with that.
Terrible.
I'm being serious though. The Farmers Art Market and Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, those are the perfect places because they're open to talk too. Because there's the social areas, so they're not like all creeped out by dudes walking up to them. You know, they're in fucking vegetable aisle and shit. Just ask them some questions, shit.
We can have a whole episode on just approach. Like, I was talking to my girl about this, and I was telling her how, like, in hindsight, because I was just telling her some really funny stories from my dating experience, right? I'm a believer, like, as a man, you really shouldn't tell your girl your dating experience. And you really, just because you're not going to like hearing hers. For the very reason, you're not going to like hearing hers. You shouldn't really tell your dating experience. But anyways, I was just telling her some really, like, we were just sharing like horror stories, basically, like, oh man, this person, we were drunk, having a good laugh, right? It also makes you feel good when she tells you about some bunch of fucking losers she met before you. But and I was telling her in hindsight, like, if I can go back and give like my younger, like 16, 17-year-old self advice, is like, yo, talking to girls really isn't that hard. Like, it really wasn't that hard. It was just like, just talk.
Now it feels impossible.
You have a whole episode on that. Just walking up to a girl and being all like, yo, hey, like, I've never seen you around here before. Ask a question. Or go, hey, I think you're really pretty. I just want to come talk to you. Ask a question. When we can get into this and weeds if you want, I don't always recommend leading with a compliment because you don't want to validate right off the bat. Mm-hmm. But it does set the tone of, I'm not here to be your friend, you know? So.
Second that. Well, wait. He said, how's it impossible, bro? What makes you feel like that?
Oh, shit.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, they always got like their headphones on now, acting like they, you know, kind of plugged up from the world and stuff.
That all depends on where it's at too, though. Because it's like, it is difficult because for me, I always go where it's social. So I found that when they're shopping and when they're getting food and stuff, that they're more social than anywhere else. If they're in transit, don't fucking talk to them.
Where you going to get your groceries, man? I need to know. Where you getting your groceries from? Cause
I go to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods mostly.
Yes, I go to Safeway. Motherfuckers got their headphones in like they're mad at the world.
I go to Safeway, man.
They stuck up in Safeway, bro. They stuck up in Safeway. Whole Foods. They stuck up in Safeway.
Because you want to, I mean, Whole Foods has the best meats and vegetables and fruits hands down anyway. So you definitely want to get your stuff from there. So like, and if they even look like, they'll look into your cart and shit like that if you're trying to holler at them or whatever. And if you got some good fruits and foods in there and shit, then that right there is going to be a connection. Especially if they're like going on that vegan thing or they're vegetarian. There's so many opportunities and questions you can fucking ask them, especially if you're not a vegan or vegetarian. I'll ask all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? What do you do for protein? I would, just make it a joke and shit. Just fuck with them. And it's like it's so not hard to talk to a woman. I think you just have to get past that one-itis. Like, if she's gonna say no, my world's gonna be devastated, and that's just not the case. We've all been told no. We've all been like, I'm not interested in you, and we're still fucking here. We didn't lose anything. We probably lost our pride for a little bit, couple of minutes. It depends on how insecure you are. But if you're not an insecure dude, you know what you have, and you remember the girls you've been with, then you'll do fine. That's what a lot of motherfuckers just forget, that they were a G. I had girls. I've been with the fine chick before. There's nothing has changed. You just have more experience. Nothing's changed. And that girl doesn't know your past. She doesn't know your insecurities. That's the shit you want to project. So you just don't project that shit. She doesn't have to know about any of your insecurities ever. I don't know why dudes tell their girls their insecurities in the first fucking place. That's crazy to me. She don't even know that shit. That's none of her fucking business. I don't care if she's even my wife. She don't even know that shit. In her eyes, I don't have any fucking insecurities. You know what I'm saying? That's me, and whatever being created me is my therapist's problem. But other than that, nah, she ain't gonna know that shit. You know? Yeah, I'm half white, bro. I go to therapy.
Oh, damn. My bad. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Oh, that's interesting. I was like, oh, damn,
Let a
interesting.
Pakistani guy say you go to therapy, he's gonna break the internet.
Okay, but you ever talk to a girl and she's telling you about a therapist that she's been seeing or that she had seen, and the therapist says some stuff, and you're just like, I could do that. I'm like, yo, if you look at there for 5 minutes, you could have seen that. I'm not knocking on therapists. There have been some moments where my girl has stuff to me. She's like, I told my therapist, he said this. I was like, I said that to you 2 weeks ago. Like,
are you best the therapist? You say something even better. You're just like, that doesn't sound like I would do this, that. They're like, whoa. And it's like, yeah, that motherfucker. How much you pay him?
Yeah. It's like, you ever try meditating and like just, fixing your gut health?
Yeah, right. Eating better, you can sleep better when you eat better. You know that, right?
You're not depressed. You're just having Takis for dinner every night. Like you're just like
Taco Tuesday.
Man.
I don't know, man.
But on that note, y'all, I actually got to clock out. Got the early morning. So
all right, big man, we will catch you on the flip side.
Definitely. Take it easy, guys.
Roots, all right, brother. Have a good one.
Later.
15 minutes.
My battery exhaust. Done.
Damn, Dante. Damn.
Hey. That's it. No, actually, I got a card.
I think I'm close to doing that portrait of old girl.
Word?
Yeah.
Old girls and the current girl?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait. I wouldn't do it.
Well, I go off how I feel. I haven't drawn it yet, so we're still in good.
You should do a small sketch. A little like sticky. So here you go. Don't lose this.
I mean, once the portrait's over with and the relationship's over with, so it's like I ain't really feeling it long term, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel it.
It kind of sucks when you kind of realize that.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Well, all right, guys. We'll wrap it up here. I know y'all motherfuckers asleep.
Good talk.
I get it. It's bedtime for y'all motherfuckers.
No, I'm gonna be up for another 2 hours. I just got do my shit.
Okay, well, shit.
I told you, I was like, man, just turn off the recording. We still shoot the shit for a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I mean, my bad,
stay up
man.
till
All
at least
right.
10.
I gotta still do my thing here, man.
All right,
I'm
man.
doing it right now.
Damn.
Keep talking.
All right. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Yeah, I'll be on for
I'm
another
not
2
gonna say anything crazy as long as a little red dot next to me. So
Don't say that crazy. All right,
Standing off the wall
y'all.
and shit.
I appreciate y'all coming in into stream. Thank you all for showing love. That's all I could say on this. Whoever's still on, appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's about it for me. See y'all next time, and let's go.
peace.
Recording stopped.
Nigger. No, I'm kidding.
Hello, friends. This is Dante from the Wide Day Podcast. Thank you for tuning in onto our episode. And just wanted to give you guys some updates. I know I usually do this at the end of my episodes. I'm doing a little update. So we do still have a Patreon website. I've been putting exclusive content on there. I haven't put any dating coaches or advice or anything like that yet. I'm still working on that. If you still want to donate to the Patreon, it's still on there on the Wide Day Podcast website. But for right now, all I'm doing right now is Venmo. I'll put the link onto this episode on the YouTube episode. Hope you guys, like I said, like the episode. But I'm putting everything on there. Currently, I am still working on advice dating because I want to have a community where we're having someone giving advice, having some experts on there that's helping people through dating. So I know we typically talk about a lot of funny stuff on our episodes, but I also want to provide some kind of service to everyone who's listening. So get their money's worth for something. It's $5. It's definitely not going to raise the price because I haven't done much with my Patreon. But I still have a Venmo on there. It's going to be on there. But I will put the link down here. You can kind of see it. And just so you guys know, I appreciate you guys joining in and tuning into our episode thus far, listening to all our stuff. But yeah, that is it for it, guys. I will post more things on my Patreon. Like I said, I'll still put the exclusive content, the post episode on there, the audio form. I can't really put the video on there for some strange reason. It's too big of a file. But that's what I want to have on there, guys. And that is it. That's all I have to say. But please subscribe too, as well, on the YouTube channel if you guys haven't done so already. But that is it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day.